All right, if you've been thinking about making a move to Murrieta, California, and you're unsure if it's the right thing to do, watch this video, hopefully give you some good info to help you determine if it's the right place for you to be. So let's get into it. Hey guys, hey again, my name is Justin Short. Hey, I'm a realtor and team leader for the Short Real Estate team here at Signature Real Estate Group in Murrieta, California. Today, we're gonna create a video and we're gonna talk to you just about the city of Murrieta. And I've had a lot of people reach out lately that have just been unsure to think about, hey, do I really wanna make the move to Murrieta? Is it gonna be the right fit for me? And is it somewhere I really wanna live? So before we get into all the info, if you were liking these videos, please go ahead and hit like. Please go ahead and hit subscribe. We're putting out videos once per week. If you're liking the content, please go ahead and do that. That way you can make sure we keep the videos coming to you. It really helps me, helps the channel, and we're trying to continue to grow it. And again, something I want to mention, you can feel free to reach out to me anytime. So I've had a lot of people text and call me lately, ask me different questions about the area, think about making a move. A lot of people are relocating out this way. So I definitely love to help answer any questions you have. Please don't hesitate. You can reach out anytime, even if you're early in the process. Would love to help give you hopefully some helpful info to help you guys make the right move and make sure it's the right decision for you and your family. So today we're just going to talk about City of Murrieta. So I've had a lot of people reach out, like I mentioned, just thinking about making a move to the area. They're unsure if it's the right place to be, thinking about if it's a good fit for them and their family. Biggest reason is so many more people are mobile right now with everything going on as we're pulling out of COVID. So this is June 2021 that I'm making this video. So depending on when you're watching it, but the world has changed over the last couple of years, right? I think people working remotely, working from home has been a building trend for a while, absolutely. But over the last year, when so many more people work from home, it just really changed the way people live in their home, right? It's changed a lot of the priorities that people have. So we see a lot of people that are moving out this way, a lot of people from Orange County, a lot of people from LA that are just relocating, right? I mean, if you're in this big expensive home and if you're in an expensive home and it's not that big, you may want to move to something that's a little bit bigger and gives you more space. So I guess the first thing I'll mention is talk about the biggest con to the area. So the biggest problem that people have with the city of Murrieta and the reason they don't want to live here is the commute. So if you have to live here and you have to make a commute out, that can be a sacrifice that you have to make for you and your family. And some people are okay with it, or it's doable depending on where they look. And some people just aren't, right? They don't want to be on the road all that time. So a lot of people do live here and they make the commute. They commute to San Diego, they commute to LA, they commute to Orange County. And they do that 5-6 days a week. And it's anywhere from an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours in the car. That can be it's a big con for people, right? I mean, a lot of people will move away from the area because they get tired of the commute. My own parents did that. My dad made the commute for like 15 years when I was a kid. And once the kids grew up, he's like, hey, I'm moving. I don't need to be here anymore. And I'm tired of being on the freeway. So it's understandable for people to feel that way. And I understand why people do it, and it's not a knock on the area, or the quality of the area, but it's just the logistics on you have to work, you have to feed your family, you got to pay the bills, right? And if it's too long of a drive, it's not going to happen for you. So, but the flip side to that is so many less people are commuting nowadays. So a lot of people are, instead of commuting 5-6 days a week, they are working from home 5-6 days a week, or they are still having to go in the office maybe once a week, twice a week. And if you have to make that commute only once or twice, that's going to be a lot more palatable for a lot of people, right? It's going to make for a lot less miserable nights, and if you're doing that 5 days a week, it's going to wear on you a lot more than if you're doing it once per week. So I think that has been a big key driver in just the growth of our area. So there's still a lot of new construction that's going on out here. We've had a ton of people move to the area. The county of Riverside is one of the few it's the only part of Southern California that has actually grown in the last year and a half. You've seen a lot of headlines, I'm sure, that so many people are fleeing California, people are moving out of the state, they're moving to Idaho, moving to Texas, moving to Florida. And yes, there's definitely some truth to that. However, the county of Riverside is the only county that's actually grown. So there's more people and more high income earners that have actually moved here to town than away. So, and the reason for that is it's desirable and it's just less expensive than some of the other parts of Southern California. So if you are thinking about making the move out there, I guess really to summarize the video, and you want to know if Murrieta is going to be a good fit for you, the answer I think is yes for most people. So Murrieta, it's a great place. I've lived here for over 20 years. I plan to raise my kids here. I plan to live here long term. I think it's a great place. And we'll talk about some of the highlights and about why I think it's so great. But if you are considering to make the move, I would definitely encourage you to do it, especially while it's still an affordable area to be in. Okay, so let's talk about the pros. So I would say the biggest pro to here in Murrieta is just the fact that it's in Southern California, right? I mean, it's a great place to live. You're really not far from anything. You're central, and it's just being in Southern California, it just has its own draw, right? I mean, people live all across the country and they want to visit Southern California, they want to be in Southern California, and they want to live in Southern California. So being in Southern California is going to be it's a huge draw for people. Also, it's relatively affordable for being in Southern California. I think that's one of the reasons that our town is continuing to grow is compared to San Diego County, compared to LA County, compared to Orange County, the average price point is so much less expensive here. You can get so much more for your money. Yes, it's definitely more expensive than other parts of the nation, absolutely. But compared to the surrounding area, you can definitely get a lot more bang for your buck here locally in the Murrieta area than, say, like I said, closer to the coast. So I think that those would be probably a couple of the big pros. Also, it's so close, you're so central to so many things. You're really anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour from pretty much anything that you want to do. You're 45 minutes to an hour from the beach in San Diego. You're 45 minutes to an hour to the beach in Orange County. You're 45 minutes to an hour to downtown San Diego, 45 minutes to an hour to a lot of the main parts of Orange County. You're a little over an hour to most of LA. You're about an hour and a half out to the mountains in Big Bear area, and you're about an hour from the desert. So if you want to go out to the desert and have fun and play with toys or just get away, it's really not that far. So I think that's one of the big pros. It's such a central location where you can take a quick day trip to really get to anywhere that you want to go. So that's going to be a big plus. Also, just the town itself. I mean, it's definitely the suburb feel, right? Most of this town was built anywhere from like the mid 90s through 2010 and some newer, but it's such a newer area for sure. And you definitely have some of that suburbia feel, right? It's pretty squeaky clean. It's well taken care of. It's not run down, it's not old, it's well maintained, and that's going to be something that a lot of people are going to be looking for. Another pro for people is going to be the great school districts. So their city of Murrieta, the school district of Murrieta, and also the neighboring city Temecula have great schools. The schools are rated super highly. They're some of the highest in the entire state, and they're really that way from all grade levels, K through 12. So that's going to be a big draw for people that want to have their kids in a good school district. That's always going to there's always going to keep people moving here for sure. And the last thing I think I would mention is it is a fully developed town. So we have all types of shopping, all types of malls, all types of restaurants, wineries, Old Town area. We have a casino. It is a fully functioning area. So a lot of times, a lot of you guys reach out to me. You don't know the town too well, and those are questions I get all the time. Is there a fully functioning town there? Is there all these other things that you're in your everyday living that you're going to experience? Are they there locally? And the answer is yes, absolutely. So you're a quick trip away. You're about an hour to all these different things you can do out in Southern California, but you still have everything you need here locally. And it's an area that's continuing to grow. Like I said, I've lived here over 20 years. I plan to raise my kids here. And hopefully I think it's an area that you would like as well. So hopefully you're liking the videos. Please go ahead and hit like. Please go ahead and hit subscribe, or you can reach out to me anytime. Like I said, call, text, email, and hopefully talk to you guys soon.